What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and I told you guys I had to do a separate video. This is one of those times where you just got to do a separate video just to give it the time, the dedication, the analysis, the breakdown. This is one of those times because every now and then we witness something insane. We witnessed something that, even with our wildest imaginations, we never thought that someone would actually sink to those levels. And I think this is the moment. I really do. And I know some folks might say, well, dude, you're over-exaggerating a little bit. Yeah, he looked a little regarded, yesterday doing the Virtual Boy stuff. He's been nonstop ranting and raving because Virtual Boy didn't save the best. I get that. But I think it's a little deeper than that. There's a little bit more deepness and analysis that we have to dig into when it comes to this. And I'm being honest. And again, some people might just say, well, dude, you're just doing this to farm, ad revenue. Yeah, that's true. Yes, that is true. Because Doody does love ad revenue. But seriously, I'm not lying. When I tell people that literally when I saw this yesterday and my mouth was just open, I sat there and said, no way he's doing this. There's literally no way that this man is sitting here and narrating a game. And not only once, he did it twice. And I don't think I've ever seen a chat full of supporters, haters, people that are indifferent, collectively agree that this was the most insane thing they've ever seen. Hardcore support, Kevin Bernstein, Jade, Kevin Styles, Timbo Slice, the man that went through 5 bankruptcies just to support Phil. Every one of them would say that this was probably the most regarded thing they've ever seen or they've ever witnessed. And I agree. We're talking about DSP here, the man who fapped online, the man who did the Level 666 podcast last year, the man who went into bed with Kino Casino for 8 months and thought that they were their friends. The man who leaked 8 months of messages of DMs between him and someone else, and literally when you read through it, it's insane. Faking cancer, faking or talking about real animals dying, trauma dumping on a stranger, on a 400-pound troll, trauma dumping on them about how terrible his life is. A man who is consumed by detractors, by trolls, by everything said about him on the internet. That's right. We're talking about Dark Side Phil. And this is something, again, it's very innocuous, and some people might look at it and laugh. But you gotta look a little deeper into this. You gotta dig a little deeper. And on top of it, he still hasn't learned his lesson that maybe he should just eat the L and just go away and stop talking about it. No. Since apparently the Virtual Boy did not save the business, and we're up to rant 7? Phil decided he wanted to put out a video on his channel called New Virtual Boy is a Scam, Do Not Buy It, a thorough review. And it wasn't a thorough review, by the way. It was just him sitting there bitching and complaining about Nintendo being scammers. It's essentially corporations are bad. That's his mantra. Of course, that's his take with every corporation. Corporations are bad, right? And the idiot just can't accept the fact that he was too dumb and too stupid and too much of a consumer to actually do a modicum of research, dig into it, and find out actually what he was getting, what he was actually getting. And the funny thing is, if you're reading my Twitch right here, apparently DSP is trending. That's right. DSP is trending on Twitter. And it says, DSP's hilarious Virtual Boy play-by-play clip draws huge laughs. My God. When you're trending on Twitter, you messed up. And Twitter is just funny. So before we get into the video, let's just, we can go through Twitter a little bit. Twitter's funny. Just people posting memes, videos, everyone with the same. Let's sample a few here. Okay. Here's 2 Cat 1 Roach. I don't even know what to say. That was my take too. I didn't know what to say. This is by far one of the most dented things he's done. Agree. Probably the most dented. I can't even fathom how he thought this would be a good idea. It's like the opposite of closed caption. It's like a terrible audiobook. It is. I mean, even SuperBlindMan would have shut off the stream. And rest in peace, SuperBlindMan, the only blind gamer that I know of. He passed away last year, so even he wouldn't enjoy this. And then, of course, it's just a clip of him. Let's watch this. Let's watch the mental regardedness that is DSP here.
Okay, is this a hidden door?
It
is. I got to a hidden door and I just jumped into it. Oh my god, I'm in some kind of a bonus room with a cat. You ever seen those Lucky Cat statues? There's a Lucky Cat statue and I just got it. I don't know what the hell that does, but then it says exit and you gotta go back.
Okay, he did this literally for an hour. Literally for an hour. And we're gonna watch a clip where you actually can see the chat and how everyone, I mean, again, Jade, Kevin, LARPers, trolls, supporters, his mother, even if she watched this, they all had the same reaction that this was just insanity. It was just insane. And by the way, big ups to 2 cats, 1 roach, 18,000 likes, 1.3 million views. DSP is trending on Twitter for his regardedness. That's right. 1.3 million views. And you know it's on live stream fails. It's probably on all of these other forums. Kiwi Farm probably picked it up and have a whole section just on this. It's insane. It's literally. Let's see what else the internet actually has to say. Actually, Tina Fan Fest Bound. Don't know who that is. I don't follow DSP. Okay. A lot, but I love that when he appears on my timeline, it's him doing a new level of stupid that you can't even fathom. Again, this is a person that doesn't even know who DSP is, but apparently is aware that whenever she sees the term DSP on her timeline, he's doing something extremely regarded. Warski from Kino Casino, actually, you can tell he just doesn't know what to say, like most people. And Warski goes, how do we even parody this? You don't, Warski. You just play it. You play it and you mock him and you laugh at him and you call him regarded. Okay, let's see what else. Deliver the food. Okay, I've seen talented streamers do everything right, have to quit and move on from content creation. But DSP, Phil somehow still here producing absolute garbage and people watch it. Well, trolls watch it to laugh at him, to mock him, detractors watch it for content, and his 30 or so supporters watch it because they're just fucking dented. Let's see what else. Oh, Evo AJ in the house, the creator of This Is How You Don't Play, posted, this would have been very appropriate for SuperBlindMan. That's right. You're going to hear SuperBlindMan a lot in these posts, by the way. Shout out to SuperBlindMan. If you don't know who he is, apparently SuperBlindMan was a pretty respected person who was a Phil supporter. Or he liked Phil, and he would come on Phil's streams every so often to talk about Street Fighter and access capability in gaming. And he actually worked in the industry for gaming to make it like accessible for blind people and handicapped people. So you know what, even though he was a little dented, liking Phil, I appreciate that, he took a disability and he turned it into a career to help people. So big ups to SuperBlindMan. He did pass away last year, so I'm not going to speak ill of the dead, but even SuperBlindMan couldn't put up with this, honestly. And then let's hear. Jennifer said, my rabbit thumps on the floor whenever they hear DSP's voice. Aww. And you can tell she's probably not a DSP fan or a troll. She just knows exactly who she is. Okay, let's see here. Michael Alberto, I don't know who he is, says, a true transgressive boundary pushing artist, one of a kind. And I think that's a troll comment, by the way. Let's see here. Harris Lee said, this is actually doing the audience a favor because watching this gameplay is excruciating. Okay, let's see what else. He's kind of the greatest to ever do it. Like, this is the hardest I've laughed all month. That's true. But again, you're not laughing with him. You're laughing at him. And DSP doesn't like when people laugh at him. Let's see what else. Bo Blacks. Yes, Bo Blacks said, this was peak gaming content. This is what peak gaming content looks like. Yes, that's right. The alpha male peak DSP doing the peak DSP content. Let's see. Alexander Money said, these clips have been absolutely killing me today. How is he real? Well, he's a clown. He's a clown who's an e-beggar. There you go. And then YBG said, The Kino segment on this is going to be brutal. Yeah, and I have a feeling Kino Casino will probably shift up their lineup today, and this will be the focus. It will be because we have an hour of this shit. And imagine, I don't know if they're going to watch the whole thing. It's very difficult to watch an hour of DSP just sitting there narrating a game, but if anyone can pull it off, they could. Let's see what else here. Lataro said, bro thinks he's an audiobook. That's true. He's the worst audiobook ever because his voice is just cringe as fuck. Let's see here. Hell Slave said, he's one of one, a true visionary. Nobody else is operating on this high of a level. Okay. Let's see here. Albo said, this is the funniest thing I've seen come out of his streaming in ages. Yes, that is true, but not because it's comic gold. It's, it's retarded. Let's just be honest. It's outright retarded. Let's hear. 1,000 concurrent viewers is not easy to achieve. No, he didn't have 1,000 concurrent viewers. He had about 250 people watching him. Max. I think look, right here, he peaked at 360. And, of course, most of that was detractors, so I think they're wrong. Well, Dweller said, DSP is the most unreliable narrator. Okay, let's see here. Can't make this shit up, and he will unironically complain that nobody is tipping and supporting, which is true. The man didn't hit his goal. He got $100. Let's see here. Oh, Maricat in the house here says, reading the replies from people thinking this is some elaborate Nathan Fielder level comedy gimmick and not severely mentally ill man. That's true. Some people actually still believe that this was done on purpose. Like this was some Andy Kaufman like, comedy skit. No, he literally thought this was entertaining. Look, the person right here just said it. He's a Kaufman style genius man. No, he isn't. No, he is not that clever or that interesting, and he's extremely boring. Let's see what else here. Oh, Seat, big up to Seat, in out of the place. Big ups. He's a good Twitter follower. Just under 1 million views of this tweet in 12 hours. DSP's own video on it doesn't even have 1,000. And it's not even monetized, despite Phil's claim. That's right. Phil always bitches about people monetizing his content. This isn't even monetized, and it has 1.3 million views. That's right. And what I'll do is I'll link this post, so if you want to read some of the comments, they're here. They're fucking insane. I added to the discussion. By the way, I did add to the discussion. And Doody, I was so incredulous, I had to make 2 posts. The first one, which I pinned here, got 3,800 views. I mean, not a lot, but still. And I got 126 likes because that's what's important in life is your likes. And I posted here, in my nearly half century on this planet, I thought I've seen everything. I was wrong. I never would have thought that I would have seen a grown 43-year-old man actually do this. Actually sit on stream for an hour and narrate a playthrough. But apparently, nope, we got DSP here. That's right, we got DSP here. And it's just, I added some few stuff. If you want to follow my Twitter, go ahead. There's some laughs. But everyone on the internet was just mocking Phil. And I love the fact that Phil is trending on Twitter. Now, let us go. And apparently, instead of owning the L and moving on, no, not DSP. He decided, well, you know what? I didn't get the ad revenue I wanted. So I'm going to milk this, and I'm going to create a new video called New Virtual Boy is a Scam. Don't buy it. No, you're just too stupid, Phil. You're too stupid to bother researching, doing a little bit of legwork to determine exactly what you were buying. Okay? So don't sit here and blame Nintendo for your stupidity. All right? And I'm not going to watch it because it's him just complaining and bitching about something that he failed to research and buy. What I will play is this right here, a clip. That's right. This is what you guys were waiting for. This is DSP, and I recorded 2 videos. I'll link them to the video at the end. One was 22 minutes. The other one was 15 minutes. And I had the title of this simply, oh my God, DSP does the most retarded thing ever. My mouth is, and I'm not lying. When I was watching this, my soulmate, my wife had to say, honey, what are you doing? Why's your mouth open? What are you watching? And I showed her what I was watching, and she was like, what is he doing? And I said, being regarded. So there you go. So let us watch here, folks.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna play it. So here we go. Wario Land. Brightness and automatic pause on and off. I'm just gonna leave everything on default. I guess I'm Wario and I'm walking in front of a bunch of doors. I don't know what they mean, so I'll just press a button. Nothing. Doesn't do anything. I'm pressing every button. Nothing's working. Press start. Okay, press start, and he jumped in the door. And now we got Wario asleep on a folding chair in a forest. The forest has a nice 3D effect. Like, you can see into the background. There's a waterfall.
Up here because I want to read. I'm going to gauge some of the comments here. Let's see. Let's see here. Banana Jose said, ha 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 ha. Let's see here. Kick was insane. Let's go. Regards. Time to fur tippers. I don't know what that is. Time for tippers, I guess. This is basically a podcast. Unk at the optometrist, which is great. Let's keep going. Let's hear. We'll read more of the context.
Creatures floating in the water.
Let's see
and
here.
They just
Epic Stream
in the face and woke him up, and he fell out of his chair.
Epic Stream.
And he's pissed. He's ripping pissed that this animal just sprayed in his face.
He's pissed.
He's wondering
That's
what
right.
just happened. He's upset.
It's hilarious for some reason. I think it's close up. Okay, what else?
All right, come on. Standing there with his back to the camera. Oh, in the background, way in the background, appears to be a tribal person in the jungle.
Oh, a tribal person.
Noise. Already my neck hurts. I'm not kidding. My neck hurts already. And I've only been playing it for, what, 5 minutes? Not even?
Somebody was saying that the Virtual Boy is going to drop his inputs. That was great. Let's see what else. Come on. Let's just watch this regarding
so now
this.
We have three
this
tribal
insanity.
People who are wearing masks with giant pointy spears as noses. And they're walking with treasure chests above their heads. They've opened a vault door. And inside the vault is an insane amount of gold, kind of like Scrooge McDuck's treasure in his money pit. Wario just arrived, and he punched the native people. And now there's an earthquake, and a bunch of items are flying off the wall into the foreground, and now the ground fell out, and Wario is falling into a chasm in a 3D effect. This is very exciting stuff. Okay, I'll say we can find...
Okay, I think I've made you guys suffer enough, you know what I mean? But not only did he do this for 24 minutes, about 24 minutes the first time, he literally went and did it again for another 20 minutes. Literally after his entire chat said, please stop this. This is a disaster. Look, Robert Minnis, who is a supporter, has a crown, so he's probably been a member for a couple years. Says this is a disaster, which it is.
Donate or get the fuck out.
Big ups for whoever subscribed there, brother. I appreciate it. Like, it's insane, the insanity that he actually thought this was good content. This wouldn't be looked upon as regarded as fuck, which it is. And again, folks, again, I'm speechless. I really am speechless. Again, this is DSP, the man who fapped on stream, the man that did the king snakening, the man who got slaughtered by side scrollers. Over and over again, just the utter embarrassment. The man who displayed his obese wife on stream and said, this isn't a pregnancy announcement. Literally, just embarrasses himself on the daily basis, and I thought it could never get any worse than that. I was wrong. 1 hour of this. 1 hour of this. This will be the low point of 2026. It will be. Even if he gets caught fapping on stream again, this will still be the low point of 2026. And we're in February, brothers. We still got 10 months to go. 10 and a half months to go of DSP. Oh, excuse me, 9.5 months to go of DSP. Still to go. And my God. The writers are on fire this year, by the way. Big ups to the writers. I appreciate the effort. And yeah, so again, I will link the video so you guys can watch it if you want to watch it. And then go to Twitter if you follow Twitter and just type in DSP. Well, you just type in Virtual Boy and DSP will be the most trending topic out there because the entire internet is just mocking him again, right? And I'm pretty sure that Livestream Fails is following him again and mocking him just like everyone else. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you had a lot of fun. This Virtual Boy arc has been fun. And I don't think this is the end of it. We'll hear more about Virtual Boy in the next coming days. Peace out, everyone.